Podketeers.
Sink it.
Happy birthday to you.
To me?
Happy birthday.
Very merry on birthday to me. To me.
You.
Very merry on birthday to me.
Happy birthday, dear Disneyland.
I've got Eeyore and I've got Mad Hatter in my ears.
Happy birthday to you. We're recording on the birthday.
We are.
That's not my birthday. It might be today. It's my birthday today too.
Yeah. Everybody's on birthday except Disneyland's.
Except Disneyland's, yeah. Yeah, we'll get to that later in the episode, but we are recording on Disneyland's birthday.
Right.
July 17th. 7 years ago. No, wait, wrong speech. Wrong location on Main Street.
You're kind of on Main Street, so you're good.
Wrong location on Main Street.
Let's see. I'll tell you how many years.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Waffles.
Waffles.
No, it's 69 years ago.
Yes, that's the exact time Disneyland
we were writing
was
right.
Yeah.
9 years ago.
Our forefathers,
our uncles brought forth on this Anaheim an amusement park. A land for families to share on their own. Watch this become the next plaque at the park. That's what I'm missing. I have to look like an animatronic. I'll narrate and you walk around it.
There we go. The eyes. Make sure
they're
blink.
not squishy. I have this whole thing about animatronics. If you've been listening to the podcast for a while, we've done Armchair Imagineering episodes where I talk about how there's some animatronics that look really good and some that don't, and really the determining factor for me is whether their eyes look squishy. Because if their eyes look too glossy or like too solid, they totally look like they're like an animatronic. But if their eyes look squishy and kind of normal, they feel like they can pass for a real person and come to life and then chase you in your dreams and or nightmares, depending on how you look at the whole situation, right? That's Pirates and Mansion right there.
Right.
Oh, hey, you want to hear something funny? So I was, I was on TikTok as I do, right?
TikToking.
And I saw a video come across my feed where I wish I should have jotted it down. I remembered it specifically for the content, but I'm gonna try to find it so that I can at least give the creator some credit here. But do you remember a few years ago when Disney Plus launched, they had the Arendelle Yule log video.
Right.
Where you could kind of see Olaf running around the fireplace in the castle, right? Well, apparently there's been more of those. I wasn't keeping up with them because really the only time that I ever brought that up was during Christmas to watch the Arendelle Castle Yule log. And apparently when they added the Dory's Reef Cam, I also watched that one for a little bit. It was a nice little aquarium. It was a nice way to kind of chill out, right? Now there are just over a dozen. Okay, on Disney Plus, these are called Scenescapes Ambience.
Oh.
And the one that really caught my attention is the one that this creator on TikTok brought to my attention because I had no idea this was available last year. There is a haunted mansion swinging wake ambient scene.
What?
So, yeah. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to share this on screen for a second.
Okay.
Just so you can see it. Boop. All right, so these are the different ones that are available. There's like an Ahsoka Tano one. There's the mansion, the Galaxy of Sounds for Star Wars, the Zenimations. That one I did know about because they made a big deal of it. There's a whole article about that one and everything. But there's the Sunrise one happening at the Tree of Life. Earth Moods, that has Don Hahn written all over it because it's a Nat Geo project. And then, of course, we have like the Yule log video and the biomes and stuff like that. Again, the Castle Yule log and the Dory's Reef Cam were the two that I was most familiar with. But then this Swinging Wake one happened. And now, literally, I've been like just playing this. Okay, so watch. I'm going to have to lower the volume because obviously
I want to close my eyes and listen.
Yeah. If you're listening to the podcast, you'll be able to just kind of listen. If it doesn't get is my volume down? My volume is down. It's muted. So if you're listening to the podcast version of the episode, you will hear this because there's certain things that I end up eliminating for the YouTube video so we don't get a copyright strike or anything. But this was just playing in the background while I was working. And it was great. It was fantastic. It's so weird, but I love it. And this is it. It's the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Like, yeah.
Right? There's the Mickey plate. The Mickey head plate thing. So anyway, I don't want to give the whole thing away.
2 hours long.
Yes.
Nice.
You should watch it. These are, again, the Disney, what are they called again? Ambient
Dream snaps.
No, scenescapes.
Oh,
is what they call them.
scenescapes.
Yeah, scenescapes.
Not dream snaps. That's something
No,
else.
Dream Snaps is Dreamlight Valley.
Oh, see, I got to
Yes. Are you done with your Mulan Star Path yet, by the way?
No.
It ends in like 14 days, I think.
That,
Nah.
so,
I don't even
I
remember.
tell you.
Like 20-something days, I think.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been playing, and then my wife was like, "Oh yeah, I like playing that game," and so now she's had the Switch the whole time because we only have one Switch.
Nice.
And so I haven't played, which is fine. I'm not too interested in much of the Mulan things except for the Mulan that you get. But right, because Mulan's one of the rewards in that, right?
Her second outfit is one
Oh,
of
it's
the
just the
rewards.
outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because she's part of the biome
realm.
that you open, the realm that you open in the castle.
Oh, I can just go do that.
So she and Mushu
Oh, yeah.
are the two characters you get from the realm.
God.
And it's just
And-
another outfit that you get with the Star Path.
Yeah.
Outfit.
the
yeah.
realm is pretty fun. It
Oh,
takes
yeah.
a while.
Yeah. It's actually one of the nicer realms out there. Like between that one and the Beauty and the Beast Castle, they gave the Beast Castle a run for its money for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's
Nice.
really nicely built. I like it a lot. Let's see. So much stuff and yet nothing to talk about.
Okay,
right?
let's go
It's-
home.
Let's go home. That's it.
Bye.
We're done. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks for a 7-minute episode.
Woo!
Hey, congratulations to Disneyland Paris.
Uh-huh.
They broke the drone record. Like they actually achieved a
Guinness
Guinness
Of course.
World Record.
Yeah.
Of
Okay.
course.
Listen, you all know how much I would love to see a drone show here at Disneyland or at California Adventure. We've already talked about the reasons why it's potentially never going to happen here. We're too close to the freeway. There's a lot of
Yeah.
Santa Ana winds happening. There's other buildings like the convention center. And, you know, it just, sadly, it is not a possibility for Disneyland in Anaheim. But the company that tends to put on these shows for Disneyland Paris, the name of the company is, I hope I'm not mangling this, but it's Dronesis, I believe, or Dronesis, something like that. They have described themselves as the leading drone show technology provider in Europe. And they are the official partner of Disneyland Paris. They've been, like, I think the official partner for the last 2 or 3 years now. And you know, the original drone show is the Electric Sky Parade, which we saw a couple of months ago when it premiered. And it's amazing. It's basically the Main Street Electrical Parade, but all in the sky with drones. And I remember when we first saw it, we were really dissecting it because remember the train and the Elliott had the smoke
Yeah.
coming out of it, and we were trying to figure out how they did it. So already they've one-upped us on like
course.
all of those shows, right? But they broke the record for Bastille Day.
Nice.
in the parks as like this giant Mickey head and all sorts of stuff as part of the show. They had 1,571 drones in the sky for the show.
Wow.
3 times plus what they normally have up. That's amazing.
It's a lot
And
of
this
drones.
show is insane. It's bananas. I don't know if we have like there was a clip that I sent you of that Heyzen that was like
Oh,
I think it
yeah.
was like a shortened version of it.
Yeah.
Like showing some of it's just like it would take up your whole field of view, I would imagine, if you're on the ground here. Like these just lines going from the castle like as far as you can see, basically working with like the lighting on the castle and everything. And you brought up the smoke coming from the drones. This one has fireworks coming from the drones, and it's just like jaw-dropping, some of the stuff I can just imagine.
Yeah. DLP Welcome has the entire 15-minute drone show up on YouTube. Let me quickly bring up their video, and we'll just watch a portion of it. I don't want to play the whole thing because it is pretty long, but I will post it on Discord for anybody that wants to see it. Check this out.
There's like a hunchback section
Really? Oh, yeah.
that they like
Makes
make
sense.
Notre Dame like
Of
out
course.
of drones.
I was like, oh, yeah, France.
All right, check this out.
Oh, vive la France! I think this is pre-show. I think we need to skip some of this.
There, they fade into it, but here, let's...
That fade. Wow.
One big old Lumiere. He's speaking French, obviously.
Ooh.
And then some flag banner things.
That's cool.
Probably saying Happy Bastille Day or whatever. I don't know. I don't speak
Here.
French.
Let's fast forward a little bit, though.
Yeah, because it's like a lot of fireworks. And then now we got a little It's a Small World skyline that tips down. That was kind of neat.
Okay. So let's
What's
get
interesting is it's still like kind of sunny out.
Yeah. I also think that it's the compensation for the camera.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
possibly.
That's cool.
Got some big flags here.
You never hear this song ever played. Oh.
I couldn't tell you I know what this song is.
It's from Sleeping Beauty. It's the intro.
Oh.
It's like, I'm like, oh my
Oh.
gosh, you never hear that.
And
then,
there's
here we
the
go.
fairies.
Oh, okay, I need to go to Paris. I
Look
definitely
at
need
that.
to
Boom,
go.
the
She
castle
just shot the
blue.
castle.
And then here comes...
Look at that. It's so well
Boom,
executed. The
Boom.
precision.
Pew, 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 pew. Pink.
The precision of the drones and the fireworks shots for each
Green.
of those effects is amazing.
Oh, that's weird that they gave it green because everyone falls asleep.
Well, because Merryweather had to do it green.
Yeah.
Pew.
Wow.
All right. Well, again, I don't want to play the whole thing. This is about halfway through. We'll post a video.
Well, you got to get to the end.
Okay,
Heyzen.
okay,
I
let's
want
get to
them
the
to
end.
see
Let's get
the
to-
big lines in the sky, which I thought was insane. I don't know if
Was
this
it before
is-
the fireworks or after? Because the Mickey head is coming up after this, right?
It must be before.
Also, I haven't seen
Let's
this.
see.
I didn't
Nope,
get a
here it
chance
is.
to,
Here it
but
is.
this is like cool.
Yeah. We didn't show you
These-
the whole thing, but we just spoiled the ending for you.
That's
so
okay. I don't
There
care.
you go.
Now look at this. Look at this. Look at all that, like, just shooting out from the castle. It goes forever.
Oh my
Look at that.
gosh.
It's like a giant
like-
peacock tail on the castle of drones.
Yeah.
And then they're like, it's
That's a lot.
boom. There's a boom. Look at that. Ah, it's so cool.
That is cool.
It's
You have to
They have
imagine.
Huh?
I was just gonna say, you have to imagine that the drones are either super bright to be further back than the fireworks. This was insane right here.
yeah.
This was just, like Andrew would say, that was just bananas.
It was just so overkill.
Look at the big Mickey.
That's the world record breaking image right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because the world record was for
Intel did that. I think the
What?
last one.
Thank
Oh.
you.
it was, let's see, I'm trying to, I can't remember exactly, but it's basically like the largest aerial display of a fictional character formed by drones. So the largest character created by drones, 1,571 drones.
It's crazy how good it is. I'm telling you, the precision of that show and how they have the fairies basically shooting their magic at the castle,
Yeah.
and they have the fireworks and everything timed so well so that it looks immediate as it's happening. Tip the Disney adult hat to them, because that's amazing.
Sorry.
Very good.
When the lines behind the castle, when they were going off, I'm thinking, oh, they have the ability to go light speed in real time.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
just, so it looks like the whole show used 1,630 drones.
But the Mickey itself was
But the Mickey is
1571,
1,571, right? And it says, including some with pyrotechnic capabilities, which is cool. It's like sharks with freaking laser beams on their freaking heads.
Wow.
It's like drones with freaking fireworks on their freaking heads.
That would be
Sharks with
cool to look at.
frickin' lasers. Now imagine a shark getting carried by a drone with a freaking laser and freaking
It's
pyrotechnics.
a freaking drone with a freaking shark
then the
with a
laser just
freaking
goes-
laser beam on its freaking head.
Exactly.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Now that is
Scott.
what they should announce at D23 this year.
There
Right?
we go.
Let's see. I can't get over that drone show, man.
It's so cool. Watch the whole thing.
I will.
There's a whole thing where they make like I said, they make Notre Dame out of drones. Like, it's huge.
It's so good. Hey, D23, did you put in your thing for the, like, what you wanted to reserve, like, on Monday?
Yeah. I
Did
was
you?
like, I vaguely remembered. I was like, oh yeah, I got to do that. I'll tell you a story really quick, because I usually don't have much luck with the little walking man. If you have reserved anything with Disney, you know what the little walking man is all about. I usually have bad luck with the little walking man, and he's usually 5-6 hours away by the time I get in. This time, I tell you what, I opened my phone, opened the web page at like, I don't know, it was like maybe 9:30 or whatever, and it was like, okay, you're in the queue or whatever, you'll be let in randomly. And I think it started at noon, if I'm not mistaken, noon or 1, something like that. I think it was noon. And so I opened my, that's about when I was going to have a break at work. So I go to my desk and I open my phone, and off to the races we go. And it must have been, let's see, I think I took screenshots of when I got in. But
85 in the queue.
I got in right about, let's see, it was just after 10 minutes.
Nice.
After it had
I-
started.
After they'd letting me, so it was like 12:10.
wow.
I was in. So, it moved pretty quick. Like, I'm 3, 4, 5, hours in. So this is the one that I had, somewhat luck with. But it really doesn't mean anything, because none of this was supposedly, I'll put this in quotes.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter when you book this because it's all a lottery. So you choose what you want.
Okay.
It's like the last time. It was like, choose what you want, and then we won't give it to you. And we'll just give you some other random stuff. We'll book you into something. Will it be any of the stuff you requested? Probably not. But we'll let you say you want to go see the Muppets, but you're going to get, the history of shrubs at,
zombies meet and
Disney's
greet.
Hollywood Studios. Yeah. But yeah, so, and you're able to choose, you could add up to 7 guests on top of yourself to come join you. So we have a few different groups going. So I put 7. I'm like, if I get any of these and anybody wants to go, we should have enough for everybody to be able to go to any of these. So I'd recommend anybody doing that. I don't know what it's going to screw up, but
Don't
I
you
did
have
it
to
already.
enter the badge?
No,
IDs
you can
for
just
them?
bring 7 guests with you.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
I was
Yeah.
not aware of that.
In line, just like
do you think,
me and those guys.
Do you think, though, that the amount also determines whether or not they're going to let you in? Like, if you were just to say, for instance,
Right.
it's just me and my wife going in, I just want you to reserve 2 spots, you're more likely to get the Muppets than if you said I'm bringing 7 people with me?
Probably. But I picked 7 for everything,
mean-
so I'm not going to get anything.
Who's to say who didn't put? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if everybody put 7.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, it is like, yeah, I completely forgot
That's
that
okay.
Monday was the day. And at first I was kind of freaking out because I thought, oh no, all the good bags of chips are going to be taken and I'm not going to get anything that I want.
All that's left is
And
Fritos.
all that's left is, I could do Fritos. It's like, I just don't want the, regular
Veggie sticks.
barbecue chips. And I can even do veggie sticks.
I know.
But
I
the
like
salt
them
and
too,
vinegar
but-
chips are always the first ones to go. They're always the first ones to go. Anyway, so my wife logged in to try to get the spots, and somewhere through the registration process is where we read the prompt that said that whatever you registered for, you had until Friday to make your selections, and throughout the week, you can even go back and modify any of your
Right.
selections, including the amount of people you want to set aside. And then, like August 2nd or 3rd, they would send out like what you basically got. Last time, I don't remember really getting anything. Maybe one thing that we wanted is what we actually got. But it wasn't the shows. It was like the Pixar ball giveaway or something.
I
I've
remember
put
that.
Pixar ball giveaway
Yeah.
every time, and I've still not got.
Yeah, I remember that's what we did get. And like this time around, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about D23 this year. And so there was a couple of panels that I was potentially like wanting to see. The fact that the Legends is now at the Honda Center and there's the whole travel. I don't know. The whole thing feels really disjointed. And it doesn't feel like it's going to be a very smooth and accommodating day. So there is not much that is exciting me about the standing in lines and traveling on that day that I'm like,
Right.
yeah, that's what I want to do,
It's to see this punum right here.
So that's it. That's the only thing I'm really looking forward to, right? So I guess August,
And all
whatever,
you
is when
fans
people will
out
find
there
out.
are raving fans that are all clamoring to get a photo with the one and only Heyzen.
Here's what I think we should do. I think what we should do is we should make a sticker, right?
Okay.
That actually I have some stuff about stickers I want to talk about in a little bit.
Okay.
I think we should make a sticker that that I'm just going to make you a handful of stickers, Andrew, and we're going to bring back the achievement unlocked.
Ooh.
Okay? And I'm going to make it achievement unlocked Meta
Old school
Podketeer at
times.
D23. Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm just going to give you a stack of them, and people can run around the convention center and find you. And then they can get a picture with you. You can give them a sticker. and they'll have a sticker that will basically never make again. It's if you get it at D23, you get it at D23,
That's
and if you
awesome.
don't, well, then we're just going to destroy the rest of them. And by
I'm just
destroy,
gonna
it means
stick 'em
we're
all over
probably
my
going to put them
face.
all over our water bottles or something. Yeah. But we won't make them again. We're going to have a limited quantity, probably like, what would you say, like 15, 20 stickers?
Yeah, something like that. I
That's a
mean,
good amount.
I can't imagine. I don't know if like.
Are you going to be there all
hey,
3 days?
Yeah, I'll be there all 3
Okay,
days.
so yeah, that's a good all 3 days.
Friday,
number.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. So maybe that's what we'll do.
That's the.
And it'll just be a special achievement unlocked sticker, Meta Podketeer
Right.
at D23.
Tag me so I could like help retweet and send that info out and all that jazz.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add
Right.
like pixie dust to your posts.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Come find me.
So here's the reason. Here's what I wanted to bring up about stickers. So if you've been listening for a few weeks or any amount of time, you know that this year we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the podcast. And as part of the 1 year celebration of our 10 years as a podcast, I wanted to just give stuff away. Right, so we've been preparing to do that. Like we've made buttons, we've made, actually we've shown the buttons, but just talk amongst yourself.
Okay, so while Heyzen does that, we can just talk about the fact that.
And I'm back.
Peanut butter.
That was quick.
And I'm back.
Good job, Andrew.
Okay.
So
All I said was peanut butter.
look, this is a bunch of test buttons. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So
Right.
a lot of them are, I mean, obviously, I wanted to make sure that we had the 10-year buttons represented, right?
Right.
We're celebrating 10 years. But then I wanted random buttons, like stuff like that we've put on gear, like the Pumpkin King. We have, let's see.
I always think,
The
Heyzen,
Lucas
that
version.
Pumpkin King, I always think of Biggie.
Yeah, that's
Is
what
that
it's
what it's
modeled
supposed
after.
to be? Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't never ask you about that. I just wasn't
Yeah.
sure. Okay, that I'm glad that I wasn't
You're
insane.
one of the only
Good
people
job.
that's ever called that out, by the way. That's awesome. So yeah, we have like the Lucas version of the logo, right? And then like that's an old school design that we had on a T-shirt.
Very old school.
Yeah, and then there was like the Stranger Things version of the logo. So anyway, so I have all these buttons. Oh, by the way, this is mine right here because influencer.
Beautiful.
So there's all these buttons, right, that we've been making.
Oh, boy,
my
is
God,
that
Becky's
Becky?
gonna be at D23.
Becky's here. Becky.
Becky's gonna be at D23.
Chocolate. Frappe.
Nice. So we also have. Where's the larger one? Here it is. So we also had a bunch of other stickers made that are like 3-inch stickers. So we have like these big, nice round stickers celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the podcast. I just ordered stickers that look like the 10-year celebration button. But then I thought, you know what I've always wanted? A sticker sheet.
Okay.
I've always wanted a sticker sheet. So we started playing with the idea of having a sticker sheet
Isn't
for
that
the
pretty?
podcast. Right? And I thought, like, if we can have a handful of these that we give out, like, maybe every quarter, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the idea is I want to potentially make them a series, and whatever's on the sticker sheet for that series or that quarter, like that combination or that design, whatever the sheet happens to be, will never be made again. It'll have a number like series 1, year 1, whatever the case is, right?
Like
And-
Vinylmation.
Yeah, like Vinylmation, exactly.
All right,
And
well,
that
this is our Park
combination-
Stars line,
Exactly.
Series 1.
And we also they were also done for the Teamboat Willie pins.
Yeah, the Teamboat Willie pins were limited edition. By the way, I have maybe like 24 of those, of the original 100 in the gold. So at some point, I am going to reorder the Teamboat Willie pins. But the Teamboat Willie pins, because they were the initial pressing, instead of silver and black, because our logo is white and gray, black, Instead of those colors, we made them gold and black, and we only made 100 of those. So I probably have like 24 left of those. If you go to podketeers.com/links, you'll find the link to purchase one if you would like to purchase one. More than likely, if you are interested in getting one of those pins, we're probably going to run a promotion on them again very soon, because we're going to be raising money for cancer research for Walk for Hope, for City of Hope very soon. Maybe we'll include a sticker sheet, or maybe we'll have sticker sheets for sale that benefit. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
It isn't.
I'll tell you why. Because, what did I do with it? I have so many. Because this was one of the prototype stickers for Teamboat Willie, which we can include as part of that, sticker pack for cancer research.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is, I've really been considering doing sticker sheets. This was kind of me playing around with the idea. Let us know in the comments if you'd be interested in this, if you'd be interested in getting a free sheet. Members of the FGP Squad, I'd be sending these out to you. Or if you'd be interested in maybe having a sticker sheet like for charity stuff. One thing I'm considering as well is I don't know if I wanted to announce this one yet, but I guess I'm gonna talk about it since we're talking about raising money for charity
what do we know?
And stuff.
What is this?
Okay, so I'm not 100% sure on this one yet, but maybe I could be persuaded into saying yes. It would be a very limited amount, but the idea is to get a bunch of these made. I can't sell these. Traditionally, what we've done to raise money for charities is we've purchased things, we've put together packages, FGP Squad members have donated items, and we've done auctions on Instagram, and then whoever wins makes a donation, and then we package up and send the item. Now these I really liked. I've been having some made to give out to friends and family, but I'm willing to have an extra handful made to give away as thank you gifts, because I can't sell these. But let's say you give $50 or more. I am willing to send you one of these. So
That's
Little plaque
pretty.
from the
little
Disneyland.
plaque. Yeah.
That is
It's like
very
that
pretty.
one, but a smaller version of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't sell these, obviously. I don't have a license to sell them, but I can actually have these made and then send them to you as a thank you for donating as part of our fundraising efforts.
I don't know. We need to get our lawyers on that. See if we can figure out if we can sell them.
I mean, it'd be nice if we could sell them.
Our legal
but
team.
For now, I would say I'm willing to, front these and then give them away as a thank you gift for anyone that donates like $50 or more once we start
Gotcha.
actively fundraising. But yeah, as far as the other stuff is concerned, definitely I'm really leaning towards having a sticker sheet made. Maybe a special sticker for D23 for Andrew to carry around.
I kind of want Heyzen to give me a big bag of goodies, and I can be like Santa and just giving people like, here, you get a sticker sheet, and you get a sticker, and you get a pin, and you get.
If we did put together, let's say we had like a handful of items that just stickers, right, for anybody that wants it.
And,
because I do have those. I just got a bunch of those
and
to
a
put.
button.
Anyway. The point is, we have a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to give away. For FGP Squad members, got koozies like this made. Yeah. So
Back
you were
there.
able to...
Wait,
yeah.
wait, finger.
You have them in the back.
Finger
Yeah.
sword. Whatever.
So
I can't point.
FGP Squad members had some koozies made. I got new ones where they're going to have the new 10-year anniversary logo on it. So we're going to have those to give away. I'm working on having a handful of coffee mugs, like travel mugs, available with the 10-year logo. I'm hoping to have a sample of that soon. But we're just going to be giving stuff away over the course of the next year, right? And so if we, let's say, for D23, we had like the sticker sheets and buttons and stuff like that, but what if we had like one per day. Like the first like we released a secret word on Threads or Instagram or something in a story, and the first person that came to you and said the secret word, first of all, you have to respond with "ah," right?
Yep.
And then you give them a package that has like the stickers, the buttons, and maybe like a coupon
Something
with a
else.
code for a free shirt from the gear section of the website.
You come up with it, I will lug these
Like
things
little
around.
goodie bags.
Yeah, little goodie bags. Little Santa. Ho ho ho. Topo Gijo.
Everything's
Making
working now.
magic.
All right, so now I have a whole bunch of buttons on my desk that I'm gonna have to clean up later.
That's a later you problem.
I did make one of
Yeah.
these stickers too because I had to.
Of course.
It's a wrestle
Cody
guy
fans.
if you're just listening.
It's the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Right.
Get a big old tattoo on my neck, just like Cody.
Oh, I wouldn't even
Just like
do that, but
Cody.
okay. I was like, whoa.
You look like a tattoo sort of guy, Heyzen.
Don't I?
Yep.
Yeah. You get one of
Rough
those
and
Mike
tumble.
Tyson ones.
Right? But this for sure. I think I want the most feedback on right now. This and the sticker sheets, because if we could do a sticker sheet, maybe we could do like donations of $25. Like to 49 or whatever, we'll get a free sticker sheet and a button. We'll just send it out or something, or and then 50 gets the little plaque. You know what I mean? Like
How
maybe we
close
can
is our next thing?
How close is what?
Their next fundraising thingy.
I want to say that one's like a month and a half away. It's like September.
Okay.
Yeah, the next in September. The next one would have been Chalk Walk, but that's like 3 weeks away.
That's too soon.
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, I'm not ready either.
Walk for the chalks.
With all the, I mean, we probably could do like a 2-week fundraiser and probably do like, just set a low limit, like raise like $250 maybe. Let's talk about it after the podcast, and then we'll try to figure it out. But if we could do a Chalk Walk thing, I would like to do a Chalk Walk thing. If not, we'll definitely do the fundraiser for cancer research in about a month and a half. But look forward to having some cool stuff for specific amounts that you donate. I know I loosely threw around the $50 one, but depending on how many I have, maybe it'll be more, maybe it'll be less. I don't know. We'll kind of determine that later on. But stay tuned for stuff like that. Before we continue, let's take a quick break and thank a very special group of listeners known as the FGP Squad, our podcast, Fairy Godparents, because it's their support via Patreon that help make these episodes of Podketeers possible. For more information on how you can become part of the FGP Squad family, we invite you to go to podketeers.com/FGP. There you will find a list of some of our top contributors, a link to our Patreon, some information on what the FGP Squad is all about. But being a part of the FGP Squad family gets you some additional perks like access to exclusive discount codes for Podketeers gear, free stuff that we like to send out, additional content that we've uploaded to Patreon, access to our happy hour calls when we get an opportunity to do those, and more. So for more information, again, podketeers.com/FGP is where you want to go. But if you have any questions about it, please feel free to send us a message. And to all of the members of the FGP Squad, we just want to send a huge thank you for your continued support. Also, we invite you to check out podketeers.com/links. There you will find some of our most commonly asked for links, including our latest episode, a link to the Disneyland playlist, a link to, of course, anything we're raising money for with Teamboat Willie, a link to our Discord, a link for the FGP Squad, a link to our YouTube channel and Larry's YouTube channel, Goofy Guys Adventures, and, of course, a link to our Armchair Imagineering playlist. Podketeers.com/links, again, is where you want to go to find all of that. And, let's get back to the podcast.
All right.
All right, let's see. What else do we have? Let's quickly talk about this, because this is actually big news, especially here in Anaheim for a lot of the cast members. There's a potential that the cast members are going to go on strike very soon. Mm-hmm. And this is a really... inopportune time for this to be happening, especially with all of the criticism and everything that's been happening with the DAS changes in the parks. Disney already had a really large handful of PR because of DAS, and now the cast members are talking about striking. Today was one of the days that they had scheduled like a get together right outside of the parks. I believe they were out on Harbor, and today was especially impactful because it was Disneyland's birthday, right? So for them to be out there, potentially getting ready to strike, is a really big thing. Hopefully they can come to terms so that they don't have to strike. But Andrew, do you want to give a little bit of the details as to why this is potentially happening?
Yeah, so it looks like there are a few unions, according to this, 3 trade unions representing approximately 14,000 cast members throughout the Disneyland Resort. Sometime in June, the contract was up. And so they've been negotiating. I don't know much we don't know much of the details. It says workers are fighting for a significant wage increase. The current minimum wage under city of Anaheim is $19.90 an hour, which has raised workers from $18 an hour where they were paid under the expired contract. So they were making $18 an hour because they had a contract. Minimum wage for Anaheim is $19.90. The unions that are a part of this are the Bakery, Confectionery, Tobacco Workers, and Grain Millers, Local 83. The Service Employees International Union, United Service Workers West. So this is maybe possibly 4 unions, because this one also says the Teamsters Local 495 and the United Food and Commercial Workers Local 324. Quotes from this is from Local 324. We haven't been able to move the company on the issues most important to our members. The unfair labor practices that Disney is committed to are so egregious that they interfere with our ability to get a fair contract. It says the unions also cited a survey of workers conducted earlier this year, which found that 28% of Disney workers reported experiencing food insecurity, 64% reported being rent burdened, and 42% of workers reported missing work for medical treatment because they did not have enough sick leave. So that's some of the stuff that they are looking to rectify in this new contract. And I guess the talks the talks for the new contract began in April, but they've not been able to meet anywhere with that. There's been some controversies about cast members wearing like their union pin or the pin that's like the raise Mickey hand on stage, which I kind of understand because of costume rules and etc. But so you've seen these folks there if you're driving around down on Harbor. I think usually they're out over there by the Disneyland entrance. So give them your support. And yeah, I'm trying to see. It says we have people who work at Disneyland who have to choose between paying their rent and buying groceries. There are people who go without medical care because they can't afford it. There are people who rely on food banks and the churches or food supplements. Said Colleen Palmer, a cashier for Disneyland for over 30 years and a member of the bargaining committee. This is a place where people want to work, but they want to be able to make a living doing what they're doing, and that's what we're fighting for. It said the contract expired on June 16th, with a strike authorization vote expected to be released on the 20th of July. So that is this coming weekend as we're recording this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not some fun times going on over there.
Yeah. I didn't know much of the details as far as what the majority of the strike was for. The only thing that I had caught wind of was that I believe they were asking for a $3 raise, and then as part of the original 3-year contract, and then like $1 every year after that or something. I don't know the exact details, but that sounds like that is what I remember if I'm interpreting it correctly. And there's a lot of people that I think jump to the immediate conclusion of, well, if you can't afford to live on what Disney's paying you, then find another job, right? I've heard that comment many times. But why can't Disney just pay a living wage, right? Because the thing is, if for the people that like to make that comment, would you work at Disneyland for what they're getting paid? Like, and if your initial reaction is no, it's too little, then why can't they make more so that they can live comfortably, right?
Right.
California is one of the most expensive states to live in. And Disney is a multi-billion-dollar company. They can afford to pay their cast members $1 more an hour, for the next year. Sometimes these wages don't always keep up with inflation, and that's one of the biggest problems that I think we're running across, not just in California, but nationwide, right? So it's sad that it has to come to this. Like, I never like to see something like this happen, and I think really the biggest worry that can come from this is if they do strike, how many cast members won't have money to go on strike or be able to sustain themselves while they're on strike, you know what I mean? So that's usually my first thought when something like this comes up, because it was one of the things that came up with was it Workers Unite, when it was the parade performers and
Magic Unite.
Magic Unite, with the performers that were striking not too long ago as well.
Well, they were unionizing. They weren't represented by a union. Yes, they were.
Gotcha.
They were trying to unionize.
Gotcha. Well, in this case, I hope that negotiations go well for the cast members. One thing that I think people forget is that the cast members are the magic of Disneyland, right? Regardless of where you stand with how you feel about the parks and some of the decisions that they've been making with DAS and some of these other changes in the parks and the cutbacks and whatever it is, the cast members are and always have been the magic of Disneyland. And if they're not treated well, then what will happen to that magic? Right? A lot of people have already talked about how they feel the parks are different, that the magic isn't there the way that it used to be. Well, things like this will help, right? If you have happy employees, let's call them what they are for just this moment, right? They are cast members to the park, but they are employees of the Disney company. And any company that has happy employees will have much better response to the jobs that they do on a daily basis. And so that magic will continue through these cast members, right? So I hope they get a good deal in the negotiations. I hope Disney can meet them halfway, and all of this gets put to rest and the cast members are treated well, for years to come as part of this new negotiation. So
take it out of Mr. Robert A. Iger's pay. He could afford it.
Just give them all a little bit of a bonus there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I forgot to mention this early on because we started talking about the drone show. There's going to be a new Disney pop punk album coming. It's called A Whole New Sound. Now, this isn't the first time Disney has done this. We've seen them create other albums that are rock-based, are punk-based, are metal-based. Disney Rocks was one of them. What was the one with Fall Out Boy? Mel, I think you're muted. What did
Because I
you
was
say? What
blowing
was
my
the album?
nose. I was
Yeah.
blowing my nose and I forgot. Oh, it's okay.
What was the album you're saying?
You were mentioning all the different ones, and I was like, oh yeah, they did the Spanish one, they did a reggae one, they did a country one. They've done, but I can't
Yeah.
remember the one that Fall Out Boy was on. It's not
Yeah,
Deconstructed.
I remember. No, that was the
This
EDM
is-
one. The
Yeah.
one that Fall Out Boy was on was the one that had the Tinkerbell cover on it.
Right. It's called We. Hold on.
Oh yeah. I could see the
We
cover.
Love Disney.
We Love
Yes.
Disney. It was the white
Yes.
cover with Tinkerbell on it, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they had the other one, the Girls Rock album. They had, obviously, they've experimented with other ones, like when they did the Nightmare Before Christmas, all rock album as well. That's
Or
the one with
just
Marilyn
even
Manson
recently
and stuff like
the Disney Sings the Hits or whatever that
Disney
was.
Sings
where,
the Hits, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
Whatever
Disney
that
has
was
a
called.
history of putting these albums together. Some of the rock albums are some of the funner ones, especially if you're into the genre. But there was a single released. We're gonna have to post this because I think this will get us flagged on the podcast and on YouTube. But one of the first singles that they released was a version of "Can You Feel the Love Tonight."
Okay.
Now, I do want to acknowledge that as far as Disney content is concerned, Disney might be creating a new pop punk album or a punk rock album. But if you want to listen to a great band that already does this, you should find Punk Rock Factory. Punk Rock Factory is a band, I believe, out of the UK.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wanna say that they're out of the UK. But they have a lot of music that is Disney themed. They do a lot of like animated stuff. They have like a Masters of the Universe themed one, a Little Mermaid themed album and stuff. So Punk Rock Factory is definitely a band you want to check out if you're into rock and punk and stuff. Until at least this new Disney album comes out. But do you collect any of these albums? Because I know there's a lot of digital stuff, but some of these are actually the albums, like when they were on CD, they were the ones I would actually collect. And now that I've gotten into collecting more of the vinyl side of the albums, I want these on vinyl.
I may or may not have a hard drive full of all this stuff. But no, I don't have any of the physical media of it. But
Yeah.
See, I'm not too big into pop punk, so it's not really my jam. If I saw that Disney the oldies one, I might be persuaded into picking that one up.
As a vinyl or as a regular
as
CD?
a vinyl, yeah, as a vinyl. That's more my speed
Nice.
than. Can you feel the love tonight? Or something. I don't know. I
Yes.
haven't listened to it. It probably sounds something like that.
I mean, you're close. I want to say it's Simple Plan that sings
Yes,
the
it is
Can You
Simple
Feel the Love
Plan.
Tonight on that album.
Right, that's the single.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. They always do a really good job getting bands that are pretty, upbeat and high energy for these types of compilations. So once it's released, we'll let you know. But just know that this
August
new album
9th
is coming.
is the
Ooh.
date.
Oh,
It's
Mansion's birthday.
it is
Shame on me.
D23 weekend.
Yeah, and it's coming. It's being released on the Friday of D23.
D23 weekend.
Right.
Yep.
So maybe
So
we'll be
they'll
able
have
to
it
pick
on
it up
sale.
while we're there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Disney Music Emporium.
Oh.
There you go.
Who do you have any speculation on what other bands might be on there or guesses? I don't know who are pop punk bands.
Well, if Simple
they
Plan's
got
going to be
Simple
on it,
Plan.
I'm pretty sure Fall Out Boy's going to be on it because they have several songs on
Yeah.
multiple albums, and especially I think they kind of solidified themselves as part of the Disney family when they made Immortals for Big Hero 6, and it got like super big for them. I'm pretty sure that Disney's going to want to try to replicate that at some point if they don't just put that song on it, because they may as well just put that song on it, you know?
Right.
Right.
I don't know. Honestly, the compilations that they've put together in the past have had bands that were already established. There's
Right.
a part of me that wants them to use this opportunity to elevate new bands, like some that don't have the name recognition but have the potential of, being signed as part of this deal. That's what I would like to see. Like, these are always a great opportunity for that.
So I just looked up Google. I just Googled pop punk bands. And so we've got the top two. We got a Simple Plan and Blink-182 are right up here. All right, and Fall Out Boy. We got Blink-182, Sum 41, Green
I don't even
Day,
think Sum 41 is still
All
together.
American
Green Day would be
Rejects,
All American
Good
Rejects.
Charlotte,
I could maybe see. Oh, Good Charlotte.
My Chemical Romance, Paramore,
I don't think.
Panic at the Disco.
Oh, Panic is
The
a hot mess.
Offspring.
Yeah. They won't do it.
Mayday Parade. I don't know. I'm just Taking Back Sunday. I've heard of them.
Taking Back Sunday would be good on there.
Bowling for Soup.
Have they even
They have
put
one.
anything out? Like anything recent though? I don't even think they're a band.
I don't
anymore.
I haven't
No.
heard from them.
There's
in a
one
while.
called Nerf Herder. That's fun.
Oh, Nerf Herder.
Nerf Herder?
Nerf Herder. I remember the first thing I remember hearing from them. I want to say was the Buffy the Vampire Slayer theme song.
Well,
I
there you
think
go
they
there.
made the Buffy the Vampire theme song.
Yellow Card, Jimmy Eat World,
Oh,
All
Jimmy
Time
Eat World. I haven't
Low.
heard them in a long time either.
They all sound like this.
But
I mean, that's
Billy
maybe-
Joel like screaming
No.
and singing out the Disney tune.
oh,
I would love that.
Billy, hold
No.
on. I heard Billy Joel, and I think you said you met Billy Joe
Joe.
Armstrong from
Yes.
but I heard Billy Joel and I was
I
like,
must have messed
Billy
up, but
Joel.
yes.
No, it doesn't. I probably just heard it wrong. Like Billy Joel in a pop punk band might be something
Hey.
in
That's a crossover.
I mean,
Town Girl.
I would like to see it. So
He's a piano man.
I
Maybe he's
mean,
a
he
piano
does
man.
one for
He could be
Oliver
the
and
guitar
Company.
man.
he does.
He does.
Why should I worry?
It's the only
Do
good
a
song on that
pop-punk
soundtrack, by
version.
the way.
Why
I
should
mean,
I
technically,
care?
Fall Out Boy did cover "We Didn't Start the Fire,"
Yeah. Yup.
so
So maybe
I'm-
they could cover "Why Should I Worry" from Oliver and
they
Company.
should.
There we
That
go.
would be cool.
Did you like Oliver and Company?
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't.
I mean,
it's
it's
been
not
a
like-
long time since I've seen it.
exactly. Same. I
That
don't go
song
looking
is
for
like-
it.
Yeah, like that's the one song that, regardless, I always remember.
But
I
you
may
got
not remember
Peg.
plot. I don't remember like much of the movie, but that one
know,
song
Peg.
is such a damn earworm. I love it.
Well, I can tell you what happens because I know the plot of Oliver. What is that? It's Charles Dickens or whatever.
Yeah.
It's based. Or the musical. Anyway,
But with dogs
but with dogs and cats,
and cats.
but mostly dogs,
but mostly
which are
dogs.
better.
All right. Well, so that's going to be coming out soon. We mentioned top of the podcast that it was Disneyland's birthday today.
Yes.
And yeah, everything is a little weird, because of all the stuff that's going on. But obviously, we've had happy times at the park, and we expect to have
course.
happy times in the future, right?
Yep.
And every time that there's a milestone for the park anniversary or anything like that, I like to try to think back on what's there, what was there before, what would I like to see back, what would I like to see refreshed and stuff. And usually those have pivoted into armchair Imagineering and stuff. But for today, I want to end the podcast thinking about some of the things that existed in the park. It doesn't have to be opening day, because a lot of the opening day things that the majority of them are still there, really, right? As far as opening day attractions are concerned. But as far as something that used to be in the park, maybe in the first decade, that's not there anymore, that you would like to see back, either in the version that it existed as, or maybe a refreshed version in the park, what would that be?
Ah, yes, the Aluminum Hall of Fame.
Nice.
I would no. Just kidding.
Dr. Pepper cans all over the place.
I know. I'm trying to think.
Oh, sorry,
What?
they would be Coke cans. Coca-Cola products only.
Mr. Pibb cans.
Mr. Pibb cans.
Or Pibb extra cans.
With one light bulb painted red and white.
There you go. I mean, it's a great question because there's so many things to choose from the Disneyland's past. But, I mean, I'm just going to steal, what I think is the best answer, which is the People Mover. It is the best answer. There's no world where bringing the People Mover back in a refreshed manner would not improve the park 1 bajillion %. The just adding that much to Tomorrowland. We know Tomorrowland needs to get redone, knock the whole thing down. But when you bring it back, bring back a People Mover. I so wish I had the chance to ride the original People Mover before it was changed over. I hadn't been to Disneyland yet before it was taken out, so I never had a chance to. And even if, was that like 1998, I think it was taken out.
Yeah.
And so I was not, even if I was there, I wasn't going to be, I'd been 6. So I probably wouldn't have remembered much of it. And so that's something that I really wish I would have been able to experience, is the People Mover at Disneyland. I've been on the TTA at Walt Disney World, and it's all good and fun. And I liked, that just made me long for the Disneyland one more. So it's something that is, I think, by a majority of people, like, sorely missed.
Yeah, that's why I almost cried when we went. We saw it.
But it's not the one Walt thought of.
I know.
That's
It's
fine. It's still something.
That's
It's
what
something.
everybody loves to say, right?
Yeah.
Of course, People Mover would be that, but I actually would like to. I know it's like controversial and stuff, but I would love to see the Skyway buckets again. But for me, it would be like, I was a kid and I was terrified of Harold. Terrified. Like, I used to bury my head between my knees while going through the Matterhorn. But now I'm thinking, I'm like, gosh, that would be so cool to just be inside the Matterhorn and just see everything. And so being scared, I didn't get to look inside, I guess, if that makes sense. So, I mean, that and the views and everything would be pretty fun. So I would say definitely the Skyway buckets.
Right on. And, you know, that technology we already kind of have with the Skyway at Walt Disney World. So there technically is an updated version. But to see that at Disneyland and have it in the original sections, or close to the original sections, right? Because a lot of what the Fantasyland station became was the rerouted Rivers of America when the addition of Galaxy's Edge or Star Wars Land was added to the park. But yeah, that's a great choice. That wasn't even at the top of my, like, on the top of my head. I love that choice. I couldn't choose. I thought a lot about this, and the one that I really honed in on is the Rainbow Caverns.
Chains through Nature's Wonderland.
Nature's Wonderland I've always been fascinated by that area of the park, and obviously it was long gone way before, I even first dreamed of going to Disneyland. So,
I mean, what? It was like demolished in like 1970.
in the 70s.
1976, something like that.
I mean, obviously there was remnants of it,
Right.
throughout all of Frontierland to the Rivers of America. There's the old caves and remnants of the train tracks and everything. But riding that train like the two biggest things that I think I would have loved to have seen in that era of Disneyland, obviously, was All of Nature's Wonderland, the Rainbow Caverns specifically, but Cascade Peak. Like that, like I love stuff like that in nature, and to have that as part of the park, I think Cascade Peak would have been like one of the biggest features for me. Like I would have just like never wanted to leave that area if I had the opportunity to be there. But with all the technology that exists now, I know that kind of a version of it already exists at Knott's Berry Farm, and it's a pretty decent, representation of what was there when the Rainbow Caverns was around. But I think with technology, what it is now, I think they have the opportunity to make a new version of the Rainbow Caverns that blows everything out of the water at this point, right? And with the new advancements in music and carrying sound through surround sound, you can make that an entire mini version of World of Color. Like it could be a whole show as part of the train ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
that's if I had the opportunity, that's what I would love to see.
Rainbow Caverns is such like Mine Train and Rainbow Caverns is like such a good choice because I've read so many different like articles and people talking about like how like awesome, like literally awesome that the Rainbow Caverns were, that like people are baffled on how the effects were created.
Yeah.
And there is a little homage to them in Big Thunder Mountain when you go up the first lift hill, but it's nothing like what the Rainbow Caverns were in Mine Train Through Nature's Wonderland. And just being able to see that, even with the older technology, I'm just curious as to how it looked and all this stuff, because even if there is some grainy old film video of it, it's not going to do it any sort of justice.
Yeah.
There's some photos that you can kind of see what like the setting looked like, but the effects, I think probably Tony Baxter has, commented on this, and other people have commented on it, that it's just like some of the most amazing magic tricks were in that attraction.
It's funny, whenever I think of the practical use of what the technologies that were available for attractions back then when the park first opened, and for stuff like this that you're describing, I've seen a lot of those photos. I've seen a lot of the little grainy clips and stuff, and the technology in photography gear just wasn't there to be able to capture what it truly looked like, right? But there's always a part of me that wonders, is it also like, is it a combination of the technology was great, but the fact that technology was moving at a much slower pace, that people also thought it was like 20 times better? And if we saw it today, we'd just be like, my iPhone does that, right? You know what I mean? So, like, I'm trying to find the balance of, like, not to undermine what Tony Baxter was saying. I'm just trying to find, like, where's the balance of what technology allowed versus it had never been seen before.
Right. It was mind-blowing for the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking that with technology, what it is right now, I have a feeling that they could put together something that's absolutely mind-blowing.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So,
It's yeah. What a good pick. I also have a runner-up of the Country Bear Jamboree.
well, we already decided that we're getting rid of Pooh, so we're making it Tiana's Critter Jamboree.
There you go, Tiana's Critter Jamboree.
And it's just going to be a whole new show with
Or
the
maybe it should
special
be called
guest, the Country Bears.
Maybe it should be Lewis's Critter Jamboree.
that'd
with the
be
special
sweet.
guest, the Country Bears.
Yes, with the special guest, Big Al.
Yes, and the Country Bears.
and the 5 bear rugs.
And so you have Lewis playing the trumpet in the back, and then the rest of the Country Bears joining in on the banjo and all the other instruments.
Right. I think Lewis is like the Henry. Lewis is the MC. And then, and we got the 5 bear rugs, and
Dude, how good would that be if Lewis
it would
does,
be
like,
great.
Like, as an MC, just telling everybody, like, we have a special treat for you, all the way from Florida, the Country Bear Jamboree, playing some of their best hits.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so they still play the entire soundtrack that's available at Walt Disney World, but you use Lewis as oh man, look, it's an Armchair Imagineering episode just writing itself all on its
That's
own
it.
right now. New Rainbow Caverns.
All right, we're doing Critter
New
Country
Tiana's
again.
Critter. Yeah. All right. I think that's going to wrap it up. Any final comments? Any final songs for Disneyland on its birthday? Any unbirthday songs for me?
You are my lucky star. I don't know. What is
Did
that
you just
from?
make that up?
No, that's heaven. You what is that from? Now
I don't know.
Let's see. You are my lucky. It's from a movie.
That's
it's from
not
Singing It's from Singing in the Rain.
Oh, okay. Because that's not the lyric of My Shining Star that I was thinking about. But
No, it's from Singing in the Rain.
Gotcha.
So anyway, yeah, Disneyland turned 69. So happy
Nice.
birthday, Disneyland!
Yay! 69 years old.
Woo.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep moving forward, and always remember to pass on the magic. Have a happy birthday, Disneyland, and have a good week, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.